battered, bruised, with corpses and prisoner in tow, the party returns to Otari. A chat between comrades opens fresh wounds, and danger grows in the Fogfen as a formless specter of despair closes its grip on the swamp.
Hey everybody, it's time to roll for intent. I'm your GM Trevor, and with me we've got the guys. How did the guys do since our last recording? That was so stilted and awful sounding. How did guys do? Someday me talk pretty good.
Hi, I am human. What did you humans do with your human time off?
Eat shit, Zuckerberg.
Did you also put sweet baby Ray's on the bookshelf?
Sarah had to do a CAPTCHA 3 times to get into something the other day. I joked that she said beep boop too many times near her phone and I thought she was a robot.
Well, the Queen of England apparently has entered into a pupa.
Wait, what?
She's crystallized.
She a Pokemon?
In February will emerge in new form.
Hell yeah.
She's getting stronger.
Yeah, so good for her.
Excellent.
The British royal family announced that the Queen will not be making any public appearances until February.
Right. I saw that.
So, literally, they said she's entering a new phase of her life. So, I can
transform.
This next phase spews acid up to 50 feet.
Yeah, this is like
It's a Dilophosaurus.
This is part 2 of the boss fight when the music changes.
Well, I mean, we know how the Queen's weekend went. How did everybody else's weekend go?
I vomited for the first time in 10 years last night.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
Those are rookie
Congratulations.
numbers. You got to pump those numbers up.
I know. Okay. But
I vomited this morning.
did you? Oh, well, okay. So mine was not sickness induced. So
He's had to
have you
feed
guys-
all his clutch of baby birds.
yeah, Micah vomits every day. That's not fair. Have you guys ever been to, have you guys ever been to K1 Speed?
I don't know what that is.
K1 Speed?
No,
you
no
guys
idea.
don't have K1
That's
Speed?
like
Okay.
No
a
idea.
combination between ketamine and meth, right?
Yes, it's K1
Excellent.
and Speed. Yeah, it's and I vomited everywhere. It was great. No, it's literally indoor like rally car racing. It's like they have these small tracks and the cars go like 50 miles an hour and you just zip around these tracks and it's awesome. It's like $25 for like 15 laps. It's awesome. It's really cool.
This is for adults?
It's for adults. Yes, there's like for the children
Fuck
they have
yeah.
like a little back like area like. No, this is like these are like legit hardcore like racing cars. Like they're really cool, and they're smaller than full size cars, but they're really cool. So I go
like Mario Kart.
Yeah, it's literally like Mario Kart without like blue shells. So I go. My friend's birthday was last night, and we go, and he's like, "We're getting 3 races." Now I've been before and done 1 race, and I was like, "That was fun." We did the first race, and I got first place. I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Then like 20 minutes later, they're like, "You have the second race." It's like, okay, I hadn't eaten any food. And I did the second race. And at the end of the second race, I was like, I feel a little queasy. Like I don't feel it too hot because I'm going, I don't normally drive 50 miles. Yeah, I don't feel good. So we finished the race and I get off the race and they're like, hey, so you can, and I said it to my friends, I don't feel good, guys. I kind of feel a little nauseous. And they're like, don't be a bitch. And I was like, okay, I won't be a bitch. Like, I'll keep going. And then the people were like, hey, you can either wait an hour for your third race or you can race your third race right now. And all of my friends were like, right now. And I was like, this is not going to end well. And I got about 2 laps into the race and I hung this real sharp left turn and I like swung around and just, and you wear like a whole face mask, like a whole like IndyCar like face thing. And I swung around the left turn and my body just swung around the left turn and was like, and I didn't want to vomit in my face mask, so I look like a chipmunk. There's a picture because they record the whole race. They record the whole race.
Can you put that in the Discord?
I'm gonna try and find it. I have to email. I was like, "Do you have a picture from it?" And they're like, "We'll email it to you." And I was like, "Okay." So I have to remind them. But I literally am turning a sharp left, like. But I like vomit-filled cheeks, and I swallowed it because I didn't know what else to do with it. Because I know.
Hey, oh my god!
I didn't know what else to do.
Spitters are quitters. I believe in you, Ray.
I had 10 more laps.
That's dedication.
I had 10 more laps.
My god!
So I just
damn.
So I just hung on the right side of the track. Everybody was passing me, and I was going like 6 miles an hour, and I was like, oh no! And all my
Good
we got
news
off.
was
You were hungry, so it was mostly just bile anyway. You can just wolf it right back down.
We get off the race. My friend's like, "What happened?" I was like, "I threw up. I told you I was going to throw up." And they're like, "No, you didn't." And then the people at K1 Speed pulled up the picture of my full vomit cheeks, and everybody gave me shit, and it was great. That was
You should have asserted your dominance and just vomited on them right there.
I should have. I should have. I was thinking about because I was making the left turn. If I was going straight, maybe I could have pulled the mask down and just projectiled out of my helmet.
Road hazard.
Yeah,
like on the track.
It's like the squid in Mario Kart.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
How you extend your lead.
Screen. Yeah.
My dad did that on the Gemini roller coaster at Cedar Point. At one point, when two of the roller coasters come together, because it's a 2-track roller coaster. I don't even know if it exists anymore. I don't think it does. I think it's gone.
No, it does.
It does. And and just like then, you still have to edge the entire time.
Right. So the two tracks come
Thanks,
together
Joe.
for a second, and it goes around a wide helix, and then they come together. Came around that corner, and my dad turned into the oncoming car and just spewed across the entire track of people.
Oh my God, it was a drive-by.
And he's completely fine. And we get off the truck and we go to the restroom. My dad sees like 4 people. There's just caked in his vomit. He's like, let's go.
We gotta go.
We need to
That's
leave.
how you make your mark, son.
Oh my God.
It just turns out that your father looks up in the top left corner of his life and he has 1 star.
I mean, to be fair, if riding the Gemini is like taking several kidney punches from a professional boxer.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
It hurts.
It's not fun. It's a bad time.
No,
No,
it's like
I love roller coasters of all types.
I do too, but
I do
Gemini,
too.
the Gemini, man.
The Gemini hurts you.
Seriously, every time I ride that, I pee blood, and then I get back on and I pee more.
I haven't been to Cedar Point in 20 plus years. So,
I
I
never
got to
go.
ride the Son of the Beast while it still had a loop.
so did I. I was there like 2 months
It-
after it opened.
I'm pretty sure I got a concussion.
Yeah, it was rough.
It was awful.
Grace we just measured Grace. She's 47 inches tall, which means we're 1 inch away from Cedar Point. I can't wait.
Lord.
Yeah.
Your daughter's going to get a taste for speed and she's going to start taking your car out.
Oh, thank God.
I went camping this weekend for the first time in like 25 years. My son's a Cub Scout and it was the fall camp out. And I thought it went well until in the morning. My son's like, "Dad, you snored in my face all night. You coughed right in my mouth." I gave him earplugs because I know I'm a heavy snorer. And we put our tent way the fuck off in the back of the area, probably like 40 feet from anybody else, because I was convinced that everybody was going to think that a Sasquatch was coming in their tent and going to get him. But yeah, it didn't save Liam. He was still 6 inches away from my face.
At that
Yeah.
point, earplugs are going to do nothing for the concussive force of the sound waves leaving your nostrils.
Exactly.
They
Yeah.
probably shook out of his ears in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's like, a ship rocking you to sleep from the rumbles of his breathing.
Right?
It is never
wasn't-
that.
Well,
It
he's
is
got
absolutely
hearing
never
protection,
that.
and then it's like being in a moving car, right?
Let me speak from experience as somebody who now gets to share another unique experience with his nephew, because I too once was a small child that had to sleep next to Trevor in a confined space, and I can confirm he snores incredibly loud. In fact, there was one time, and for context, in case you guys and or the listening audience doesn't know, our father, or my father, was a owner operator of a moving company and owned a semi. So they did a lot of traveling as a kid. And Trevor, because he was much older than me, was often free and or discounted labor. And we were somewhere in like the Arizona-ish area out west. It was deserty and it made sense for there to be rattlesnakes. And I remember this being a concern because I was woken up in the middle of the night in the middle of this semi, and I'm groggy and barely asleep. And there's this noise like, and in my 8-year-old mind, I'm like, or I must have been like 7 or 6. I was like, holy shit, there's a rattlesnake in here. And I just sat motionless for like 10 to 15 minutes, terrified of this rattlesnake that I definitely heard inside before I realized that it was just Trevor snoring.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I snore like a Tyrannosaurus Rex uppercutting a Play-Doh can. That's how I snore.
Blood pee, because it was that loud.
What?
Mhm.
I'm sorry. I have to look up 45 degrees to my left to think about this one.
No, that was Olin Rogers Ghost in the Stalls reference.
It's the greatest video of all time.
Anyone else want to share their weekend?
I got the booster shot yesterday, and my little bird body could not take it.
You're supposed to take it in small doses, Micah.
Apparently it was a half dose, but I still felt like shit all day today.
Pfizer or Moderna?
Moderna.
Yeah, I had a Moderna shot like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago now. I had the Moderna booster. I had no effects after the second shot. I didn't really have any effects after the like the first two either.
It's because they need like a horse strength COVID vaccine to
exactly
get any kind of reaction out of you.
I don't know if it's really so much that, Micah, or if any dose is a little bit too much for you in your frail avian body.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Also
much
possibly
3
true.
times Micah's size. So
They hit me. They
Easily.
get it to me via blow dart gun.
They don't want to get too close.
Yeah, no. Have you ever seen them? Have you ever watched a video of them tranking a rhino? They do it from a distance and nobody gets close.
No, not
There's
from
a
a
reason.
distance, just like you, Todd. It's by helicopter.
Just from above, they got to get the soft portion between the shoulder blades.
I don't have a soft portion. They have to
It's
get
r-
under my scales.
It's right at the base of your skull.
It's my brain stem.
Right into the brain stem.
You know,
Fast acting.
the only part of Todd that's vulnerable is his pons. That's an important part of your brain.
I thought alligators so mean because they had all them teeth and no toothbrush.
That's going to be the result of me homeschooling my children.
Hey listeners, it's Joe from Roll for Intent with some cool news. You may have noticed when downloading this episode, we have a new podcast logo. Those changes go more than skin deep though. We've also completely reworked our website for the new year. Come check it out at rollforintent.com. We've got a new blog there and a fancy Discord link so you can check out our community right from the website. We're really excited about it and we hope you enjoy it too. But now, let's get back to the show.
Well, on that note, let's make our way back to lovely, sleepy, idyllic resort town of Otari, where nothing bad ever happens at all.
Now once.
Why would you say that?
Where there's no haunted castle in a creepy swamp.
Never
Where
heard of
there's
one.
no ghost lasers reanimating corpses.
That's all that Otari's known for.
Where there's no surreptitious kobold warrens causing cave-ins.
Never seen a kobold in my life.
It's almost like you're summing up everything that's happened in the town of Otari.
Good catch, Ray.
Exact. Good job, Ray. Thank you.
I was being Billiam, guys. Come
I
on.
would give you a hero point.
You
But,
didn't do the voice.
I know. Damn it.
well, so that's the thing. Billiam is Ray and Ray is Billiam.
We are one and the same.
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
Billiam is also drunkenly staring at these floating fireflies.
Right. We just finished, or rather, Yosef and Billiam just finished throwing a couple mooks into the swamp and looking out and thinking that they saw at first maybe fireflies dancing about in the Fogfen. And it's really scores, if not hundreds, of will-o'-the-wisps.
We also saw that one cloaked guy.
Oh,
Or-
yeah.
and
fuck,
or
I forgot
girl.
about that.
Right way off in the distance, a cloaked figure with a 4-pointed star for a face.
And then they just disappeared.
Disappeared. Last week, you had let Osif Menhemes know about the dagger that you found. You tried to bury the 2 cultists of Nimbaloth in the graveyard and were sent away because the Pharasmans wanted nothing to do with that.
God said no.
You dropped off the surviving cultist of Nimbaloth at the barracks with Mr. Lidus, I'm not a crook, long saddle. And this leads us to right now, where we have Billiam and Yosef just kind of staring off into the Fogfen, having dispatched of these bodies into the swamp. And I think the rest of everybody else is off sleeping. Oh, I also do not want to forget the heart-to-heart between Solus and Tovin about Tovin's longtime friend. And apparently somebody that was important to Micah that has some sort of significance to Solus as a person, it seems. Seemed to have affected him very greatly speaking about this person.
He was a lover.
That's exactly what it was. Oh my God, you cracked the code.
I can't quit you.
It gets lonely out there in Last Wall.
Broke back last wall, man. Anyway, what do you do?
Joseph, we have to go tell people. Our people.
Oh my God, my head hurts. You know, I might have had a handful, but that's a lot of wisp, right?
I can't wait to hear about how they weren't let into the kingdom of Pharasma.
We already decided to never tell you.
Yeah,
so
we're never telling. We're
This
never
RP.
telling anybody. The only thing we're telling them, our night started with the cloaked figure and ended with the fireflies.
Tell no one. Especially tell anybody but Kashak, honestly.
Yeah. Do we know where they went? Should we tell them tonight? I feel like we should.
What do you
tell
mean
them.
where they went? They're right there.
No. Our friends.
Oh. Well, they're probably back at the bar still, right? I mean, Solus lives at that one right now.
We should go there and tell them. This is a lot of bad stuff.
I agree. Let's go. And I'm going to grab my tiny, comically sized shovel and run with Billiam back to Crow's Cask.
And I have no bodies left, so I could just.
We've done it. That's right. Yeah.
we're
You
good.
can pick me up. You run faster than I do.
Yeah. Throw them over my shoulder. And make our way back to the Crow's Cask.
Wait, who'd you throw over your shoulder? Kyle?
No, I was kidding.
Okay.
No. I said we have no bodies left, so
All
I
right.
could just throw
I was
Joseph
gonna
over my
say-
shoulder. Yeah, no.
Wait, I thought we dealt with this already.
Yeah,
God.
we have no bodies.
No, there it is. Next party expense. We got to have a small saddle built.
Master Blaster.
Who runs Barter Town?
2 episodes in a row, I forgot what happened with the corpses. Good job, me. All right, so you guys heading back to the Crow's Cast and trying to catch everybody?
Yes. Yeah.
Beautiful. So you make it back to the Crow's Cast. It's very late by now. I would say it's probably 10, 11 p.m. It's,
A couple hours before last call.
yep, just a couple hours. Remember, you've had a real freaking long day.
It has been a long day. So if I get back at 10 or 11 with Billiam, is Tovin and Solus and or Kashak still there? Would they
I
still
think
be there?
Tovin left. So
Okay.
Yeah, Tovin and Solus left. Solus is not in the dining room.
So he probably would have went back up to bed. And I don't know what Kashak is doing.
I think everybody left to go get a good night's sleep or something, and Kashak also bailed to go to the Warrens to get a good night's sleep.
All right, so somebody correct us on that when this airs.
So we will burst into the mostly empty main area of Crow's Cask, and then I'm going to look at Billy and be like, okay, so I'm pretty sure everybody went home to go to sleep, so we can either shake everybody awake and make it more difficult for them to do well tomorrow, or we can just talk about this at breakfast.
I say we talk about it at breakfast, but don't forget.
Yeah, I won't.
I was hoping
All
he'd
right.
no, wake him up now.
No, I will.
just can't wait.
Bill's also very tired and drunk, so he needs to get home.
So I will depart from Billiam. I will go back to the Rowdy Rockfish and make my way upstairs and crawl into my neatly made rat bed, freshly shaven, wood pieces in there.
Can Bill roll to attempt to have drunk sex with Yvette?
Oh, God.
No.
Damn
No
it!
fade to black. No fade to black.
Damn it! Babe!
That's
Bust the door
Patreon.
open.
Patreon
Babe, you'll
content.
never believe my day.
Why are you covered in dirt?
Trevor
Are
said
you
no.
drunk?
I would keep going, but Trevor said no.
It doesn't matter what Trevor said. If you guys are going to RP it, I'm pretty sure he can't stop you. All he can do is edit it out.
I will end this call.
My clothes are dirty, aren't they, hun?
I'll have to take them off.
Here, baby, let me get them.
And then honestly, Bill falls asleep on the kitchen table. That's about it, because he's drunk.
Gross. All right, so I'm going to fast forward to next morning for fear of what else might happen while the sun's down. So it's next morning.
How much health do I get from a long rest?
Your level times your con modifier.
Thank you, Jake. I appreciate that.
That's it?
There, is that right, though?
Level times your cons modifier.
I only gain 2 HP. All right.
Well, why don't you get a higher
Well,
con
get
modifier?
a higher
then?
con modifier, you scrub.
Hey, why don't you get a
Jesus.
higher con modifier?
Well, why is your con so low? Does Solus also have a weak constitution just like Micah in real
He has a
life?
constitution of 12.
Wow, he would
what?
get the booster shot and then have to stay home from the Fogfen today, wouldn't he?
Hey, 12 is above average. Mike is at like a 7.
If the fog fen is too stinky, he can't make his way to the Gauntlight because of the vapors.
I have a con of +1.
Well, yeah, because you're a rat and you're used to living in filth.
You're an angel. What is your fucking excuse?
I have a delicate constitution because I'm used to living in like heaven or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
You guys are a bunch of pussies, I say at 10Con.
All right, so is everybody going to meet back at the Rowdy Rock Fish?
Yeah, when Bill arrives, I would like to slyly go up to Yosef and be like, "That all really happened last night, right? That was all real."
I remember it being real.
Okay, and I would like to inform everyone of our adventures from last night, what we saw.
I'm cooking eggs and grits.
Brelda is down there making tea.
Solus walks in a bit late, and he looks very tired and kind of hungover.
Yeah.
Well, boys, you had a rough day yesterday, didn't you?
Kashak shows up.
Yosef will point at Solus and be like, that one can't hold his liquor very well, evidently.
Yes, it was a difficult night. I haven't done that in quite some time.
Morning beer my ass, huh? He's going to elbow you in the shin.
Don't let him get you too hot down about it. There's no point in being a drunkard. It's nothing to be proud of.
By the way, it doesn't matter anyway. I have a little pick-me-up for this. And Yosef will rummage through what materials we do have and grab like 2 eggs, a shot of vodka, a little bit of salt, a little bit of tomato juice, and he's going to mix it up into a small glass and give it to Solus and be like, chug.
I don't think that'll be necessary. It's fine.
I already wasted everything on making this. Drink it.
Kashak comes in. He's like, bottoms up.
I'm not. I'm not really hungover. I'm just.
So you lied to me. Cool.
I had a difficult night.
Kashak, you can have.
Are those eggs?
Raw.
Delicious. Breakfast of champions.
Slam.
Did anybody like cooked eggs? No? You're all fucking weird.
Sure.
Was that an option the whole time?
I will take some cooked eggs.
Okay.
Thank you.
It was an option.
How are you doing this morning, Tovin?
I haven't even come in yet.
Oh, God damn it. All right.
I was going to say you heard you would hear a scuffling from on top of the roof.
You fucking Santa Claus?
As you look out the window and you see Tovin hanging from the side of the inn and lands on the ground and comes inside and good morning, gentlemen.
Did you sleep on the roof?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I have to sleep someplace
Was
new
it cold
every
up
night.
there?
Great view of the stars from up there, am I right?
You just can't sleep in the same place 2 nights in a row, so you could just alternate places. You don't have to be weird. That's a choice.
I could do that. Yes, exactly. That is my choice. I pour so much of me into Tovin.
Tovin, were you on the roof?
Isn't it cold up there?
The answer to both of that is yes.
Very well.
It was comfortable enough, but I had a good view of the stars as much as I could see through the Gauntlight.
Right. Do you want something to eat?
Yeah. Does anybody have any overnight oats?
I have steel cut.
Oh, yeah, that'll do. Can you put some milk in there, and I'll be back for them tomorrow.
Gross. Also, important to just thought I would let everybody know, and Bill will back me up on this. While disposing of the corpses after we all went our separate ways from the bars last night, we went up and around the hill to the graveyard, and on our way back, we passed marginally close to the Fogfen, and there were, first of all, hundreds and hundreds of the, what are they called?
The will-o-wisps.
My comment. That's right. That's what they're called. The will-o-wisp floating and blinking in the swamp light.
They lit up the whole sky. There were so many of them.
Why on earth would you have gotten that close to the Fogfen?
Well, I couldn't go up the ramp on the south side of town because it was still broken from when the corpses flung themselves off from the cliff and smashed into it. So I had to walk all the way to the north side of town and around with Billiam. And then on the way back, not only did I see that, but I also saw a hooded figure, just briefly, with a 4-pointed yellow star on a mask. Is that what I saw, right? They were wearing it was like a masked figure.
Was it a mask?
You just saw a 4-pointed star on the hood.
A 4-pointed star? You mean a square?
And it was on the way there.
Similar to the cultists that we bested yesterday?
No. No, it looked nothing like that. That's why I'm a little freaked out. And also, I noticed it, and it was just as I started to recognize it and realize it was perhaps a person or thing, it just disappeared and turned into mist and flew away off into darkness. It almost makes me feel like I didn't see it, but
we both saw it.
Yes. Yeah,
Did
Bill
it see
saw
you?
it too. I feel like it obviously did, and that's why it disappeared.
It looked like it looked right at us.
Something was watching us.
You mean to tell me
observer.
you scared something away?
I mean,
Maybe me.
yeah.
I was carrying 2.5 bodies.
I was dragging the third.
2.5.
How many bodies was that again?
There's 3. He was helping. I was doing as much as I can. -8. Anyway, just thought we would let you all know. Perhaps there is something watching us.
When you say a 4-pointed star, do you mean a square?
I don't know, ask the G.
I don't think so. It was more like a...
Like a rhombus?
Almost like a cross, but then
Yeah.
more like a ninja star type deal.
Like a shuriken, yeah.
Like a shuriken type deal.
Do you know what a shuriken is, Kashak?
It's like a really lazily drawn mariner star.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Me
kind
neither.
of.
Yeah,
But
it's
it
like,
looked like one of those.
imagine a compass rose if it only had north, south, east, west.
Ah,
And no northeast, southeast.
Like this, without the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that, Kashak. And Billiam
Bill points
shows
to a
his
tattoo.
Billiam puts a tattoo on his arm.
Ray is pointing at a tattoo of a compass rose on his shoulder.
It looked like this without all these circles.
Yes, just the 4 points, north, south, east, and west, but it's yellow over where the face should be. I don't know if I was even able to make out the face. I think it was just the star. Then again, it feels like I only barely saw it. You know what I mean?
Is there some sort of significance to the star? Like, could we roll a knowledge on this star? Like, is it a sign of a deity or?
I want to say I asked about this and it was like occultism or something, and I don't have that.
No, it's this is religion. You did not attempt to roll on this last night.
All right. Can I attempt a religion check? on it?
that attempt.
No, I'm going to let you go ahead and roll this one
Really?
in the open.
Oh my!
Just roll.
what about
Damn.
me?
Die.
All right, I have a +6 to this.
Oh, I rolled a 19 for a 27.
I'm not even going to roll.
I know everything.
I start describing it, and Tobin's like,
You would have recognized, you might have seen some of the iconography on the cultist of Nimbleoth. That is a symbol representative of Nimbleoth.
Okay. Seems that we've drawn the ire of the cult of Nimbleoth.
It's not like her holy symbol, but it is a symbol representative of her.
I guess I was expecting more on the nose, mossy, bloody skull, but...
Silly mortality deities, I swear.
So not only do we have Nimbleoth iconography all inside of the Gauntlight, not only do we also know that Will-O-Wisp are evidently supposed to be Nimbleoth's way of seeing into our realm or material plane or into our planet, wherever she is. Now there's this being branding one of its symbols that is watching us.
This seems like an active cult.
Why all of a sudden?
What's really important is to understand that if we see another one of these Nimbleoth followers, we don't have to drag them all the way back to town to inter them.
Oh shit, that's right. What about that? We should go back to the jail.
Wait, I don't know that. Shit, my bad.
No, we have to go back to jail in the morning to go find out about the. Do you remember the cultist that?
We got
brought in?
one that was not dead.
Nope, nobody said a word
live
about
one.
that. We need to go and you know what?
And I reminded
will
you in the recap, you dumbasses.
I remember. We were getting there.
Did you?
Hold on, let me get my lung puncturing dagger so we can go ask him some questions.
Oh my god.
Tovin, before we head out, would you be able to heal me, please? I'm a little out of sorts this morning.
Absolutely not. Time is of the essence. Let's go. We gotta get out of here. I can attempt a medicine check. Would you like? What seems to be the problem? Would you like a little surgery? See, you have a mole on the back of your neck. It's got some strange
I
borders
just took a
on
strike from the cultist last night. Just It isn't major. It's fine. I'm sure it's fine. I'd rather have somebody else take a look at it. Could I get a second opinion? Are there any other doctors here I could talk to?
Yes, I'm here. He should cut you.
Get out of here, Yosef.
He's not a doctor.
He should touch you.
Tobin puts a fake mustache on and says, I agree with the first man.
Oh my God, what have you done with Tobin? Who are you?
These are the 9 of 10 doctors that recommend Lucky Strikes, by the way.
I'm going to attempt a medicine check on you real quick. I think we'll pass. They got an 18, so we'll just give you the 2d8. I'm sure that's going to be enough.
Rolls
It
2
was
ones.
4. You got 4 points. Was that enough?
No. It's okay.
Well, let's hope that it takes an hour to get to the jail.
We have a lot
fine.
to do.
Thank you.
It'll be an hour.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and give you a friendly reminder because it's been so long since we dealt with this, like in real world time.
Yeah.
You both, Solus and Billiam, have items being worked on at the blacksmith.
That's
It was supposed to be done today, right?
Yeah, that's. I was gonna say we have a lot to do because we got to go there, and then I was gonna bring up the weaponsmith.
And I can't remember. Did we
You
ever
got
sell
to
that
give Lucy
telescope?
back to.
I do. What was the guy's name?
I can't remember the guy's name.
Barney Fife,
I had it written down.
He sounds like
Dilly
Harry
Danvers.
Dilly Danvers.
Silly Danvers.
I gotta find that guy.
He's the best. He's the best and the brightest of the Otari watch
His dad
guard.
was a dapper Dan.
Dad's Dapper Dan, man. All right.
Okay, yeah, then to the jail.
To the jail or to the blacksmith?
Is the blacksmith open?
Yes.
I'll head to the blacksmith.
I'll head to the blacksmith as
Yeah,
well.
the blacksmith's on the way to the jail because the jail is at the far north end of town.
To the blacksmith.
So,
Okay.
see, Carmen Rajani is working on something, but you do see your items on a bench behind the counter near the forge. Looks like whatever he was doing to them is done. I'm trying to remember what you did. I think Solus got a potency rune added, and
To my longsword, yep.
Yep, and Billiam traded in the Morning Star, got a maul, and the Morning Star had a potency rune that he was going to get transferred onto.
Yep.
Perfect.
Good morning. William, what was this man's name? I forgot.
Oh, Jesus. Carmen.
Carmen.
Good morning, Carmen. I hope my sword has been finished.
Yeah, it's good. It's a well-made blade. Those smiths in Lastwall do a hell of a job.
They do indeed. May I have it then?
Absolutely, as promised. Here you go.
Thank you.
And it's nice and sharp. It's polished. He's a very good blacksmith. The work was done extraordinarily well.
Thank you. And the rapier as well?
The rapier. Oh, yeah, because you just had it transferred, right? So
Yep.
you still have the rapier. Yes. And you get the rapier back, and it looks none the worse for the wear. You could see where the old rune was removed and kind of smoothed out a bit. Not quite as good as your longsword, but that might owe to the quality of the rapier itself, right? It's something that you just kind of picked up.
Serial number was filed off.
Well, I thank you for this. You've done marvelous work.
Oh, yeah, just remember, if you need anything else, come on back. I mean, always looking for new customers, and I'll do anything to help out the heroes of Otari. You're like a modern-day Rose Guard.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but we hope to maintain their memory.
I know my ancestor would certainly be proud of y'all.
They'll walk up and look at them all. And I also picked up a warhammer along the way to sell to this guy because I owed him 3 gold pieces for all of this. So I will put down the warhammer so that I'm going to go, here's this, which is 1 gold piece. Slide it to him. And be like, you keep that Morning Star. And then I look at the party and go, you guys good if I take 1 gold piece from our party loot?
Well, you're going to give him the warhammer, right?
I'll still
Towards
owe him
as well.
1 gold piece.
Yeah, he's like, for you, we'll call this square.
Oh, thank you, sir. And I shake his hand.
Tobin's going to give Billiam the evil eye and tap his ledger.
I'll be like, I could have given the warhammer to you, Tobin.
With my strength, I couldn't have taken it.
He literally could not have picked it up.
I appreciate the gesture.
Meanwhile, this guy's hoping for casualties for us.
And he actually kind of struggles giving you the maul. It's heavy. It's big. It's definitely suited for a warrior of your size and stature.
That's what she said.
Brown chicken, brown cow. Oh, what are your plans for today, gentlemen? Are you gonna head back up to the Gauntlight, or take a well-earned rest?
Perhaps we have a number of tasks we could pursue. Though I wanted to ask you, have you thought more about our offer to come with us to the Gauntlight to investigate the blood pool?
Yeah, I still don't know, man.
The offer to do what now?
Give me some more time.
We would use his family's heirloom sword on the blood pool to hopefully dispel the curse. I believe this is what we discussed.
Yep.
I must have missed that during the recap.
It was like 5 episodes ago. I do not blame you.
I think it was episode 15 or 16 we did that, and what is this, 23?
Yep.
Jesus.
Lost count.
And what makes you think that the sword's gonna cleanse the blood pool?
And supposedly it is the sword that was used to decapitate Belcora herself, and she seems to keep reanimating in that exact same spot, so I'm curious. I just want to know what it'll do.
I see.
I'm hesitant to part with it, and I'm no adventurer. The things that you've told going on in there, I don't know if I'm ready to do that. Give me some more time to think on it.
Very well, very well. Then, if there's nothing else, we will take our leave.
Well, good day. Please come back for any of your other smithing needs, like fancy greaves, perhaps.
Very well, we will consider it. Have a good rest of your day.
I would like some fancy greaves, but I have to wait till I have a son.
All right, so you leave the blacksmith shop, which I cannot remember the name of, and I have it here
Blades
somewhere.
for Blades.
That's it. Blades for Glades, right? Blades for Glades. I think. Is it Blades for Glades? I think it's Blades for Glades.
Sounds like a lawnmower shop.
Well, maybe next time you guys could leave me here as retainer and bring the sword with you.
There we go. Big brain move right there.
Very well, then. To the jail now, then.
All right. It's about a 5-minute walk to the jail. Not very far. Otari's not a huge town, right? So you make your way up there, but it does not appear that Lidus Longsaddle is here.
Is the cultist still in the cell?
Yes. If you were to talk to any of the people in there, they'd give you access to the cultist back there in the cell without any issue. He's still behind bars, but he is conscious now. Looks like he's been given some gruel of some sort for breakfast, and he's finished it, and he's just kind of sitting there quietly.
Good morning to you. I hope you're feeling better after what we did to you yesterday.
Wake in pain, sunshine.
You killed my brothers.
That is true.
Did we, though, or did they really just kill themselves? I mean, if you think about it.
We did kill them.
No, Solus, to be fair, I actually agree with Kashek this time. I tried very hard to ask them to not fight us. And when I'm put in the position where I have to defend myself, I can't deal non-lethal damage.
Yes, I guess that's true. You did try your best. But the dreams are so real.
Can you tell us about the dreams in detail?
That's what brought us, the dreams. We saw this place clear as day on a map in our minds. It's more feelings. We saw the light in the dark, the lighthouse in a swamp. We could see it on a map. We could hear the crickets and the frogs. We could feel the mud on my feet. I could feel the water in my boots. And I felt the nothingness. Like a deep hole in the ground, deep into the center of the earth, drawing us inward, downward, in a spiral, into the nothingness.
Was this nothingness what you were seeking at the Gauntlight?
It's her. It's the empty death she calls to us. I dreamed of her last night, walking along the Fogfen, tending her flock, consuming what remained. She is here, and she hungers, and none can resist.
Telvin's going to reach into his pouch and pull out a piece of chalk, and on the wall he's going to draw the 4-pointed star mask and ask politely, "Do you know who wears this mask?"
That is the empty death herself. Never seen or heard of one wearing the mask, but I know she walks as a mortal, and the place is most attuned to her, and this is the face she wears.
This is good news.
Is it?
This is great news. If she walks as a mortal, that means she can be killed.
As the whispering reads command, and he bends down quickly and reaches into his boot and produces a dagger
Oh, come on.
Dude, did we not search this guy?
and slits his own throat.
We searched this guy.
Come on.
I'm really, really upset with this because that was my plan all along. No, Tova just watches the blood drain from his body as his face turns white, and he slowly reaches into his pouch and produces a needle and thread.
Are you going to try to save him?
I mean, you could potentially stabilize. I'm thinking.
I cast stabilize. I mean, that's. I honestly do want to keep him around.
I'm actually going to actually roll bleed damage because stabilize doesn't keep somebody from bleeding out, right?
Right.
So
As he does that, or as he starts bleeding out, Tovin casts stabilize, and then he screams, Dilly Dan, grab the keys. I need to get in there.
and he takes 2 ticks of bleed damage and he's going down the dying track again. And Dilly Dan is dilly-dannying his way over with the keys. And it's and it's an abnormally large ring of keys for some reason, even though there's only like 3. So I'm also going to roll a d6 to see how quickly it takes him to get the keys. So a 3 will get you the keys.
Guidance. I'm going to cast guidance on Dilly Dan.
So it just adds 1 to the number. Okay.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Oh, that did it. He rolled a 2. The guidance gives him a 3.
Yes.
So you get the keys, and I'm going to
Dilly
do
Dan,
one
you
more
clumsy
attempt
bitch.
to save the bleed. As the door is opening and you're getting to them, they roll a 17, and the blood stops flowing, and they're just dying 2 currently.
Can I do anything to help you? Need me to apply pressure?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Follow me. And he rushes into the cell, and he hands you a length of rope as he begins to stitch the throat.
With rope, with like 3/4-inch rope.
No, while I'm stitching his throat, I'm going to be, Tovin's going to say, hurry up and tie his hands. We don't want him to do this again. And I'm going to roll my medicine. Oh, and I don't do anything.
Wait, just. Oh my God, you only got a 14.
Yep. I do nothing. I rolled a 14.
Let me see if I can help him
Take
out.
the dagger and slide the dagger under the rails and take his shoes off and make sure he doesn't have another one.
Check his mouth. Make sure there's no razor blades in there, too.
Yeah, no cyanide capsule.
I'm going to make a medicine check and see what happens. I might kill him.
I'll pull all of his teeth, too, just in case.
I got a 9. So I also don't help.
All right, then I'm going to... I'm sorry, guys. You know what? I have the wand. I will expend a use from the wand.
The only one you get in the day?
You can overcharge it later in the day. I mean, you can
That's true.
overcharge it
Potion.
and attempt to blow it up.
Yeah, well, if you got a potion, you want to administer it?
Yeah, let's do a minor healing potion.
Okay, I don't have one.
I have one. I'm going to prop it up and, prop the jaw, uncork the potion down the
I was
gullet.
hoping for a
right?
Bear Grylls butt chug, but you do you.
Nope.
I never want you to feed me anything. This is
Do a urethral bladder wash.
Jesus Christ.
Right down there. All right, just straight down the gullet.
And you've dislocated his neck from his head.
Well,
I'm little. He's huge. I got to manhandle this guy. He's enormous.
Kobold handle, please.
I got little lizard fingers.
Okay, so roll your potion healing, John.
I mean, I was going to say the wand was free.
Friend of the pod, Alex, I was talking to him the other day, and he just randomly brings out the word John all of a sudden because he's been talking to another colleague that's in the Baltimore, Philly area.
Oh, no.
So it's 1d8 plus what? 4? It's 1d8 plus something, isn't it?
No.
No? Okay. So 1d8, he got how much healing?
6.
Right. Okay. So as you do that, the magical healing kicks in, and just like a light scar across his neck where he slid in. He comes to, he's like,
And I take the bottle and I roll it under the bars to make sure there's no glass anywhere near him. And I confiscate his necktie and his belt and his shoestrings.
And his tapeworm. Make sure you take his tapeworm.
No, I can't confiscate that. Did he shit out his tapeworm?
I mean, he might in an attempt to kill himself. Who knows?
If he can do that on command, he should
know,
be doing
right?
other things beyond following the empty death.
So should I add a pet tapeworm to our inventory?
Can I use it as a
It's
familiar?
just familiar. You can take the feet comorbidity and have this and another disease at the same time.
Hey. And also, never obese.
That's right.
Hashtag tapeworm hacks.
Hashtag eating for two.
I love it.
Why do you take this from me? There's no escape. There's no escape. There's no escape. And he chants that.
And Tovin slits his throat.
No escape. And like just kind of balls up on the cot, staring at the wall, just chanting under their breath. There's no escape. There's no escape. There's no escape.
So does anybody have a tracking device that we can just, shove directly up his ass and send him back to the Fogfen?
What's it gonna do? Just grab the most poisonous object and eat
tag
it?
it and bag it.
We could just track him.
Alternatively, we could also just go to the fog.
Put him on a leash.
Yeah, let him sniff his way home.
Jesus.
Put like a 50-foot rope on him, send him into the portal like in Poltergeist.
This house is clear. No, honestly, does anybody have any sort of tracking skills? Like, my survival is abysmal, but
Nothing.
actually, it's not bad, but I'm not trained.
I'm trained in survival, which includes tracking in second edition. So,
I mean, are you planning on letting this person go and then following later, or just following behind them?
I mean, it kind of just makes more sense to see if there's other
Just follow him, yeah.
I feel like this guy's just gonna kill himself.
Yeah, I thought it'd be like The Happening, right? Like we let him out of the stall and he'll just start bashing his head against a brick wall, right?
Just jump in front
Yeah,
of a
like
combine.
they're literally just about dying.
I'll be honest, that's what I did the entire time I watched The Happening.
So I think it's a really terrible idea to just let them go in the efforts of just following them for information that we won't or possibly won't get.
So he was headed somewhere before we stopped him. What if I know he was headed inside. What if we just follow him to see where he is leading to inside of?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Gauntlight.
saying.
Well,
Why don't-
if I
why don't we
may
let the call
interject-
pull him.
If I may interject, I mean, I understand like the pull from the call or whatever, but I don't think, first of all, that grilling this guy is going to get us any more information because they were very obviously unsure of where they were going. And Trevor made it pretty clear from the end of, if not this episode, or the previous episode or the one before it, but one of them looked like they were about to die anyway, and they all looked pretty shitty.
That was this one.
Okay. So I think letting him go is probably going to result in him killing himself because his brothers are dead. He did not succeed in his goal, and he's already very frail and weak. It also seems like they didn't have very approximate information on what they were doing at all anyway. And it seems to be kind of like lunatic mad ravings from an outer god. So I don't know how much of this is worth pursuing.
See, all you're telling me now is that we need to have a
True.
training montage and put some muscle on this guy. Give him some eggs, some chicken ovums, some butt nuggets.
I agree with this. I do have. I agree with this, but there's one thing. So you said they weren't sure where they were going, and now that his brothers are dead. But what if we can be deceptive and tell him that we'll help him reach the end of his goal? And in reality, what we're doing is, what if we just say, "Hey, we'll help you get to where you're going to get to,"
Who's
and
got good
he just
deception?
leads us to where he. I mean, I don't know if he knows where they were going. I guess that's the caveat of this.
do not like the sound of this.
It's on one side, I don't know if that's a very good idea. And on a purely role-playing part of this, I feel like Solus would not agree to that plan.
Yeah, that's true.
At no point
Solus
are
will
we
not.
actually lying to the gentleman, though. If you think about it, we are telling him the truth. We will help you get to your goal. We want to see where he's going. We will watch him go, wherever he's going. we will follow behind him.
I guess it comes down to, are we
And his
interested
eventual goal
having to-
is his inevitable death, which he's trying to cause himself.
Are we interested in where
frankly-
he's trying to go is the question. Is that something that as a party we're interested in where these cultists are headed to? If not, then yeah, let's just leave him here. If we are interested.
I mean, yes, because I mean, this is like we're trying to find the hive.
Yes. Well, the skull nimble thought or whatever. I mean, obviously, it's a point. So we'll let him. I imagine what it's going to do is draw him down past the docks, past the Minotaur skeleton, somewhere we're not supposed to be.
I do not like deceiving this man.
I also don't like the idea of letting him go free under his own devices. I think he should be kept here.
Solus, the gentleman is a walking corpse, deceive him or not, but the man's going to be decaying before sunrise anyway.
Maybe sitting in jail for a couple days, he'll change his mind about what he's sitting here chanting over and over and over. So
Yes,
I
let
agree.
them feed him. Let him have
yeah.
a couple nights of sleep.
Maybe we'll come back and see if we can get something out of him at a later date.
You know, I have an idea. It's really bad, but has anybody considered the fact that we have taken care of Boss Grog's problem with the mushroom-eyed people, and
We
that
did do
he
that.
owes us
I
King's
don't know
ransom?
if that's necessarily true because we've only found 2 of them.
Yeah, well, that's all we found in that floor. I think
That's
we've
all
done
of
it.
them as far as we're concerned.
I highly doubt that.
Well, you have the common sense of a rat. Can somebody
There-
with an actual brain talk to us?
Let me get
there
at you.
There are likely more, but it couldn't hurt to update Boss Scrag on what we've done.
I mean, sure, but it seems very foolish to think that just killing 2 of them.
Indeed.
Is solving
there-
the issue.
There are definitely more.
Well, he might have some good information, honestly. Excuse me, sir. Has there been a bunch of hipsters coming around here killing themselves? Valid line of questioning.
No, I mean two would be enough. I mean, you think about an infestation. If you have mice, 1 or 2 is not an issue. That just means that they're coming in from the elements. Now, if there's a rat, that means they're moving in. There's a family.
Are you done?
No, are these mice or are they rats?
Is this a food source joke? Are we eating?
I think
These
it's
people-
racist.
Are we eating? This is about food, right?
We eat the rats, right?
Yes, absolutely. In fact, we farm them.
So what's the plan, guys?
I think we leave him here.
I think we should hit Boss Scroggs up if we do go back. Or Boss Scrogg. Yeah, I mean,
sure.
he's pretty much useless to us. I don't think I mean, just on a whim, I thought maybe we could track him back, but knowing that he's in awful shape, and also those stitches are pretty fresh, and it's probably not the best work of mine, especially since I didn't help at all. Yeah, I'd say we just leave him here with absolutely no way of him killing himself. Make sure we take his bed sheets too when we leave.
While I am apathetic about this man's survival, I am interested in gaining information we can from him. And additionally, what is it that attracts him to this empty death? If I may, I'd like to subsidize, financially, someone perhaps to read to him some improved rations, something that he can eat that he may even enjoy.
I would support this.
On the off chance that instead of trying to kill himself yet again, which, I mean, he's chanting to himself, he's not listening, he's obviously a failure in general, right? So, if we give him some motivation to continue to live, and he knows that it's us, even if he doesn't, perhaps we can break him of this curse, right? Why not? I would subsidize gladly 8 more of these schmucks in a bed and bath, right? A B&B, is that what it is? Bed and breakfast, that's the word.
What is this, Vermont?
Yeah. No, it's gentrified Lansing. So we subsidize some of these people, give them reasons to live, grant them some simple creature comforts. Ensure that, what's his name? Doolittle, do nothing.
Dilly Danver.
Dilly
Danver.
Billy Danvers.
Yeah,
No,
do
you're
nothing
talking-
Danvers.
That was the guard
Linus
that I borrowed the
Longsaddle.
sword from.
Yeah. Staggers Mick can't do shit. That guy. we could just perhaps even subsidize an additional guard. Have somebody else watching to ensure that, it's not somebody who's wandering vaguely towards them with a keychain and a club foot and, one eye and can't manage to get the fucking key in the hole in time to prevent this person from killing themselves.
Goes by the name of Lucky.
Why not provide this individual with some creature comforts is my question. Why not give him a reason to live?
Yes, let's start with a hot shave.
And is that what humans do? Hot shave?
I wouldn't know.
Me either.
They do tend to, yes. It is helpful.
I thought you took sand baths like chinchillas.
No, that is a common myth.
Common myth.
Very common.
Yes, humans, the most misunderstood thing in Galarian.
Rare and elusive the humans are. No sand baths? Oh, that's what you use all that water for.
We see them daily, but we wonder so much about how they bathe. Sand bath.
All right, so what's the
we're
actual plan?
feeding this guy and
Feeding
leaving.
him?
Yeah.
Feeding good food and additional guard. And
I'm
I'll
going to say it's going to
contribute
cost you
personal
3
money.
gold to do this plan.
I am willing to go forth and contribute. Let's say I'll
Just
do 1 gold.
take it from the supply. We have 55 gold in our communal stash.
That was very kind of you all.
Yeah, I'll say that 3 gold will do what you expect to do for a week for this guy.
Taking it out of the communal stash.
Cool. So you can talk to Dilly Danvers.
Oh yeah, we
And,
need to find Dilly Danvers.
Yeah, so you can give his Lucy back.
Yeah,
need to
meanwhile,
talk
he's
to
had
him
his
for a
17th
while.
stroke of the day.
I have a lot to say to Dilly Danvers. Tell me about your kids.
Let's find Dilly Danvers. What's he up to right now?
You see him out
hope
there
he
in the
doesn't have any
bullpen, and he's like picking his teeth with a hatchet or something. Really? Hi guys, how you doing? I saw you got Lucy here.
I do. Yes. Hello, Mr. Danvers.
You can just call me Dilly.
Detective Danvers to you.
I thought your name. Never mind.
Mr. Dilly.
I no longer have need of Lucy. She proved invaluable. Thank you.
Was she a
So I
good
will-
girl?
She was excellent. Yes.
Make sure you
I will-
give her a smoochie before you leave. She'll think you don't love her.
Why do you fucking talk like that?
I don't care why. I do not care why.
Here's the sword.
Now listen here, Eastern European cigarette.
Excuse me, I think your rat's talking, y'all.
I trip him.
Well, I just tripped right over his big old thick boy tail.
I look at Solus and go, "Are you gonna kiss his sword?"
No, I'm not going to. That would be disgusting.
right?
Yeah. Here, you can have the sword back.
Well, they don't mean nothing by it, Lucy. I know you a good girl.
Tobin says, when an Otari, and smooches the blade as he hands it back to him.
You cut yourself just a little bit.
That's fine. I'll take
Better yet,
1d8
say a
damage.
prayer.
1d8? Jesus
1d8?
Christ.
Jesus, yeah.
What is this, a
1d4?
running
It's
game?
about sending a message.
You guys don't know how aggressive Tobin is.
he tongues the sword.
Yeah.
It's like a
He
Orochimaru.
seems like Roman as a cleric.
Oh, I miss Roman.
Just Roman is a constant joke for us, and I apologize that none of you have had the glory of knowing the gross as hell elf witch from our first game together.
He bathed
Yeah.
regularly.
There's just more surgery and less.
killer. That's how he kisses it.
There's just more surgery and less cobbling with this character
Oh,
than
God.
with Roman.
He likes to badly tan animal skins and make squishy items of clothing out of them. It was just gross.
Roman was the only elf in Galarian history that had stubble.
Anyway, no more in jokes. Stop. Well, I appreciate you bringing her back to me in one piece. Last time I did this, all that brought back was the hilt.
Very interesting. We will be leaving now.
Well, yabba dabba. See you later, guys.
I'm already gone.
Have a dilly of a day.
What do you mean? What does he mean the last time he borrowed it out? They just came back with the shaft. What does that mean? Did they lose the blade somehow?
I don't know. I
Was that
feel
the sex
ill.
joke?
I
It's
feel
a
ill
Theseus
talking
joke,
to that
right?
man. Something about him rubs me the wrong way. I don't.
Can we just
I would prefer to pretend that he never exists.
Don't let him rub you at all.
I feel like D&D Unversed is going to be the key to this entire campaign.
You guys look back, and he's there standing outside of the garrison like Forrest Gump at the dock, just Lieutenant Dale.
We all look at each other and then look back in the direction he's 40 feet closer.
All right, where to next, lovely gentlemen?
Back to the Gauntlight.
Your sword, you've returned. What's her name, Lucy? So you head back towards Gauntlight. Once again, quick jaunt, 30 minutes at most from the northern part of the town. I'm going to also get you guys to roll another open roll. I want everybody to roll a perception check. Actually, no. I want Yosef and Billiam to roll a perception check.
Oh, I don't like that at all.
I have my dice in my car.
I got a natural 18 for a 26.
I got an 11 for a 17.
Yosef, you recognize as you pass the area where that figure would have been. And you notice on the ground some strange discoloration. You can't quite make it out unless you get closer to it.
I'm getting closer to it. I'm going to turn to my compatriots and be like, wait. This is what Billion and I saw, the weird masked star thingy over here last night. The ground looks weird. I'm going to, as the game says, investigate.
Taste it. Taste
Press
the soil.
A to investigate.
Square
I will
face.
lick the ground.
I just assume there's a blight.
You see in a perfect circle, there are 7 slight depressions in the ground. Not like it was dug out, but almost like it's sunk in on itself.
I don't like that at all.
And each of these depressions are perfectly circular, equidistant from each other. The ground is like yellowed and the grass is like rotted. It's perfectly green in one spot and then it's rotted to nothing. There are these tiny stones in there that seem to have been turned almost to chalk. They've been bleached to nothingness. And you get this really unsettling feeling being near this.
Whatever stood here caused this blight.
Maybe it was a physical form of Nimbleoth. Look, it's just like everything in this very space died. It killed the rocks, Kashek. Look.
Be honest with us. Did you defecate here?
Killed the rocks. Is this a weird brag?
This is unsettling. The very air is foul.
I agree.
Is there anything I can roll to investigate this? Some kind of knowledge or something?
I will roll for you.
All right.
This would be a religion. As luck would have it, Solus, you haven't read much about Nimbleoth. I mean, it may have been mentioned tangentially, right? You do study the undead, and she has dominion over wisps and ghosts and the like, but you recognize this as a physical manifestation of Nimbleoth. It is said there's very little in the way of texts about her, because simply having too much knowledge can cause one to go mad. But one of the most common things mentioned about her appearance is that she leaves a mark similar to this, where she's touched the material plane.
Take care, fellows. Without a doubt, this is the work of Nimbleoth. Whatever you saw was some physical manifestation of her.
And I will say that this is not huge, right? This is maybe 1.5 feet across, right? This whole circular thing. And each of the little circles is probably about 3 inches in diameter, 7 equidistant in a circle. That's why you couldn't quite make it out until you got closer. It's not like it's, like a crop circle or something. It's fairly small. But you don't see any other disturbance. It's very, very isolated to within these individual depressions.
Okay, then.
This is unsettling.
Indeed.
Gashak is making notes of the 7 equidistant points, rot, decay, disintegration of stones as though it were entropy incarnate.
That's a really good way of describing it, would be entropy. It is pure distilled entropy. It's almost like the atoms have disassociated from one another. It's just breaking down into constituent parts.
Some sort of quantum disturbance?
I'm pretty sure I saw Micah's eyebrow twitch.
It's okay. I'm not going to say anything. Anyways, moving on.
Back, continuing towards the Gauntlight, gentlemen.
Yep.
Excellent. So you make your way to the Gauntlight. You're in on the main floor. I know that you said something about visiting Boss Scrog potentially.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm not going to bring you on the map because unless you guys do something really stupid, you're buddies, right? You're not buddies, but you have an uneasy alliance at this point. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to bring up the battle map. We're just going to talk. You make your way through the room with a pit, across the bridge into the other chamber where you see Scrog sitting on his rickety throne. You see that giant solifugid in the corner, and I probably said that wrong. I never know how to say that word. It's like a big spider thing, like a camel spider. Chilling in the corner.
What brings you to me again? Have you killed the mushroom-eyed men?
Solus bows down low. Everyone bow down.
Tobin gets
Gosh,
down on
follow
his
suit.
knees and puts his palms on the stone floor and bows his head deep.
Boss Scrog, long may you reign. In our ventures down below into the Gauntlight, we have come across these mushroom-eyed fiends that you described and managed to kill 2 of them.
2? There are many, many more. Did you find the one that can hurt you with his brain?
Did we do that?
No, we definitely have not found one that could hurt us with our brain, but thank you for letting me know that there were more than 2. I thought so, but others were not quite convinced.
There are many, many. If there were but 2, the might of Scrog and the Midflets would have driven them out ourselves, but there are many more than us. There are many more down there.
I know. Tovin insulted you by not saying there were more. You should strike him where he stands now.
I would gladly take that from you, Your Majesty.
And he jumps down off his throne and he whaps you with his scepter. And you take 2 points of non-lethal bludgeoning.
It's all right.
Thank you.
You are a fool. You think that I could not handle but 2, but there are many. There are many there. 10, 20 maybe, there's so many. I need you to bring me the head of the one that can hurt you with his brain. That's how I'll know.
Of course, Your Excellency.
Now get out of my sight.
Who are you?
Before
Yeah, I
I
was
feed you
just
to
about
bite
to say
bite.
this. Does he know who
No,
Kashak
you.
is?
No, yeah, we know each other.
You, scaly green man.
You both go to the same Eagles Club. Moose Lodge.
We've driven you out before. Why do you return?
What the fuck?
And he means broadly kobolds. Yeah.
Tobin looks at Kashak to just real close look to see if he has mushroom-shaped eyes.
Please, Your Lordship, I thought we were beyond all of this. You know that I'm looking for someone in the Gauntlight.
Keep out of my domain unless you have something to show me. Be gone.
Okay, bye.
I'll bring you the head.
And he gestures at,
He's like, bite will bite you if you do not leave.
Wait,
and this large, mechanically large spider creature just is kind of lumbering towards you now.
did you say it's named Bite Bite?
Its name is Bite Bite.
Okay, we're leaving. Okay.
In fact, I think I might be able to show you a picture of Bite Bite because I never got to show you a picture of Bite Bite. He's really terrifying.
I don't think he's going to be that frightening now that we're level 2.
Meanwhile, we've got the...
Oh,
This guy.
Yeah,
I don't like that at all.
It's like
Yeah,
a
no.
big spider
he's
thing.
a cutie.
He has 2
Yep.
kidneys for eyes.
They're big ones.
Those are really shitty tribal barbed wire tattoos.
You know, I'm trying to figure out how Boss Scrog got that thing to listen to him. Wouldn't it just eat him?
He is a being of many talents.
Anyway, down we go.
I'm trying to figure out how you guys have lived this long while giving full disclosure of any and all facts that you know.
Honesty is the best policy.
It helps being
Not complete honesty.
It is helpful being trusting individuals. It allows others to trust us.
Why would you tell anyone everything that you know?
Well, I don't have all the answers. They might.
My head is a very empty vessel. It doesn't take long to spill.
I lean over to Solus and be like, he's kind of being sketchy, isn't he? This is
Yes,
weird.
I don't know what I think about this Kashak character.
I liked him up until that last comment. I was like, all right, man.
No, you know what? Kashik, what are you hiding?
Yeah, because evidently you're not telling us
What,
everything.
me? I'm not hiding anything.
Sense
I
motive.
simply don't openly puke everything that I know to every person I come across.
Sense motive.
Excuse me, sir. I know that we're under contract for you to kill X number of creatures. We've killed 2 of them so far. How many of them are left? It could have been phrased so much better. That's all I'm saying.
Very well, Kashik, the next time you can handle the diplomacy.
Fair enough.
I would actually prefer that. My knees are getting sore.
Then
Is everybody at full health right now? Sorry, I'm just checking.
I'm at full health.
I mean, I have my
I am.
2 points of non-lethal.
I'm at half health.
I'm You're down at 6, so you're at 15.
Oh,
Okay.
it's been a while. Can I recheck?
Yeah, you can go
do
ahead
that?
and try
Okay.
to re-heal him.
Guidance.
All right. I'm actually contemplating risky surgery. You look battered. You look so much worse for wear. Did you have a rough night? Oh God, you're bleeding. Hold on. Let me take a look at that. I'm going to try some risky surgery. And there's just a little nip here, a little tuck there, and you take 1d8 damage. You take 5 points of damage, and now that was a natural 1,
And that's a crit failure. Oh no.
which means you take another d8 of damage.
Oh, God.
Good shit.
You're gonna be fine. 3 points.
Wait, he's really low now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At 12
Jesus.
Well, no. You got less than 12 because you had to take the 5, right? Because of the risky surgery.
Oh, right, yeah.
So you're
I'm
at
down
7.
to 7.
No.
Jesus.
So I'm going to pull out the wand of healing and
I
cast.
have a lesser healing potion if anybody needs it.
No, don't waste it. The wand, it'll recharge overnight.
Don't kill him.
No, this is just me casting a spell. It's done.
You're not gonna hit him with it?
I might. So I'm going to cast a 2 action. You get healed for 12 hit points.
All right, cool. Thank you. Up to 19.
You probably should have burst it because Joseph needs healing too.
I'm only down 6.
Not after you got me hit. No, absolutely not. This is one of the best parts of being a cleric. You get to withhold healing.
Oh, someone made me get bonked once for no real damage, and I'm mad about it.
You say that until I quit stitching.
All right, so are you guys going to go with this, or is maybe Joseph going to attempt some medicine on our boy Solus?
Sure.
I believe in you.
If you wish to attempt it.
Oh my.
What was that?
Fucking natural
me.
1. A natural 1.
We split our degree from DeVry.
Cool. Let's see. You take 2 points of damage.
This is so fucking stupid.
I love this game.
Christ.
I love this game. It's so
Solus,
good.
come here. I have a hand crossbow.
Stop.
This
Both
might,
of
this
you
might
just
actually help.
just get away from me. Both of you just get away from me.
We're here to help you, Solus. We're
Join
your
us.
friends.
I
What's
do
his
have
health
elixir of
at?
life too.
Save it for later.
Are you sure you don't need it now?
I will be fine.
Oh God.
Okay.
He's punchy now. He doesn't want anything
Yeah.
to do with your help.
I don't blame
That's
him.
fine. That's fine.
Okay, so you got some options, guys. You didn't quite explore everything that you went to before. There were 2 rooms off of the room where you fought the 2 Morlocks previously. There's a northern room off of the hall that you did not explore either. There's also more to the south and southeast that you have not explored. There's the room directly to your west at the bottom of the stairways going into the 2nd level of the Gauntlight. So where are you going, guys?
Where there's one Morlock, there might be more.
Yeah, we should head east and north.
Yeah, I'm gonna step out into the hallway.
Well, now that we have to keep them appraised of a kill count.
Stepping out into the hallway.
Follow behind you, Solus.
Head down here. Into here.
There's this double door to the south and to the west.
Let's check it out.
We've not gone in there yet.
True.
If no one is opposed, I'm going to open this door.
It's as good a place as any to die.
No, you of all people should be leading the way too.
Do you want
Yes.
me to open it, Solus? I got full
Yes,
health.
fine. I'm going to draw my sword and shield.
I'll pull out my, I can't do that yet, so I'm not gonna pull anything out. Guys, I see things. I can't tell what they are, but I can see them down in a room to the south. There seems to be like dirt on the floor and 3 things.
Let me give you a little Yeah,
Sweet
there's
Lord.
a big, filthy open area. There is a big collapse to the south that collapses and clogs part of the room with a bunch of rubble, but it's still nasty beyond that. It's not just the rubble. This place looks tearing apart. There's garbage on the floor, half-eaten fish. There's cat-sized beetles, bits of waterfowl. They're strewn about in a tangle, and there's a bunch of gnawed bones of some bigger creatures. You see several creatures looking like they're dragging and sputtering what looks like a smashed ballista. And it looks like they're trying to figure out what it is, maybe manipulate it. And they're not focused on you at this second. They're very focused on what they're doing.
Joseph, what are these things doing in your home?
Can I pull out my maul? I want to pull out my maul. Just be safe.
Right. Sure. Go ahead.
Cool. All right. What do they look? What do they look like? The things I'm looking at.
Yeah, sure. I will show you what they look like. They look similar to the things that the Morlocks you fought previously.
Okay.
Right.
Let me show you a picture of this guy right here. There we go.
Ooh.
It's kind of a really messed
Handsome
up
lad.
elf creature thing with weird mushroom-shaped eyes, stringy grayish white hair, barefooted, tattered, gnarly clothes. Just doesn't look pleasant.
Real
Big sharp teeth, wide mouth.
Ex-girlfriend material.
Looks like Gollum with a cheese knife.
Yeah, it looks like Gollum with some meat on his bones.
Yeah, not
Muscles.
great.
Yeah.
Like a jacked Gollum.
Yeah, and it would, I explained that to the group and go, "Do we go in or should I shut the door?"
And these creatures are small.
Yeah. And they can also occupy each other's space.
I believe we could fight them. Maybe if we can surprise them.
Yes, please stealth in. We will follow the expert on this one, Solus.
Nice. Is Solus gonna stealth in?
Clang, clang,
No,
clang, clang.
no.
Yeah, neither is Bill.
No, I'm not, no.
All right. So, who's leading the way on this one?
Absolute children.
I mean, I opened the door, but I don't feel if we're gonna stealth it. I feel like I shouldn't follow the leader.
I have a non-zero amount of stealth.
No, I mean, I could stealth in.
All right. I'm gonna roll.
It's not going to be interesting if I don't check it out, right?
Right. I'm gonna roll a stealth for you,
I
buddy.
don't have stealth.
I mean, I'll go, I guess. Are you rolling?
Okay. I rolled for you.
Oh, there they are.
Mm-hmm.
As you come around the corner, Yosef, you make your way in
Oh no.
stealthily. Kashak is
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
Billiam,
That's a
perfectly
lot.
silent. Kashak comes in like a ghost, completely silent. Bill even doesn't make a noise. Basola stumbles, and his armor clanks loudly at his knees where he tries to catch himself. And as he does it, these things that are working, one of them hears something and turns to look. Intruders! And we'll see you next week.
Oh, no.
Starting with the countdown.
Good job, Solus.
We can take him. We can take him.
Roll for Intent uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc. Used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Roll for Intent is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. Characters and original storylines are the property of Roll for Intent. Music for this podcast provided by Dark Fantasy RPG Studio, Michael Gilfie, Kevin MacLeod, and Tabletop Audio. Visit our website at rollforintent.com. Any questions or suggestions, email us at mailroom@rollforintent.com.